In some good news for the American plane maker of Boeing, they have finally received the green light to increase production of their 737 MAX to 42 units per month. The approval from the Federal Aviation Administration follows close to 2 years of a production cap being put in place by the governing regulator to, in essence, stop the persistent quality slips from occurring across the single-aisle program. Previously, Boeing had been capped at producing no more than 38 737 MAX jets per month. However, this is about to change, with the necessary approval coming to ramp up the monthly figure by 4 units a month. While Boeing has the green light, it will still be subject to the Federal Aviation Administration's oversight of production progress to ensure that the ramp up in production rates do not compromise the integrity of the planes that are being produced. The quality of aircraft is one of the primary concerns the FAA has had in recent times. If it were to grant Boeing permission to increase production rates on the MAX jet as it has done, well, the regulator did not want an increase to lead to a subsequent drop in quality once more. That is something they're trying to avoid. Over recent times, the FAA and Boeing have been working closely to understand what an increase to 42 jets per month and beyond would look like for the manufacturer moving forward, and how the pair would work together to avoid issues similar to those that have been seen in the past. Additionally, Boeing must be able to move ahead with a production increase with its suppliers, where here a key line of communication has been opened by the many involved in helping produce parts for Boeing to understand whether an increase on their end makes sense, especially given all the supply chain complexities that have followed the COVID-19 pandemic. Boeing said in a statement that with the increase in confidence in its suppliers, it appreciates the trust. It is now ready to move ahead with safety and quality at the forefront as part of ongoing rebuild efforts. The manufacturer knows that this next step, while it is just 4 units, is vital for the recovery of the business. Its financial position, we know, is tied to the ability to increase production on its best-selling program, which has either been capped or impacted heavily for now well more than half a decade. While Boeing's crisis with the 737 MAX essentially, if we're being honest, commenced from the moment the jet was launched, primarily driven by the race to get the plane to market, the issues only emerged on a public scale in the latter stages of the 2010s, when 2 brand new MAX jets went down. Within 6 months of each other, the problems with the aircraft did become very clear, and systematic issues emerged in the business that obviously needed overcoming, as Boeing committed to righting its wrongs and placing once and for all greater emphasis on the safety and quality of aircraft. Onlookers watched from afar. They took executive comments for what they were worth. However, when a 737 MAX at the top of 2024 experienced a door blowout incident, thankfully only resulted in a traumatic ordeal for those aboard, and I don't say that lightly, but in comparison to the fatal accidents we saw take place, well, alarm bells started to ring. Those same onlookers who believed that Boeing had made progress across the 4 years before the 2 fatal accidents were beginning to question just how much had truly been made, and most reserving judgment. It was only when further inspections took place on other MAX aircraft, which had been temporarily on the ground, that it was found several other aircraft in the fleet were also facing loose bolts in the same region as the Alaska Airlines jet. And since then, well, the FAA has come down hard on Boeing, and production caps have been put in place, and it's been a struggle for all parties, to be honest, from the regulator, who has been forced to assign a high amount of resources to Boeing that could be put elsewhere, but they've been given no choice, to the manufacturer. While they would know that they're at fault for all of this, they have been unable to deliver planes on time and have seen their financial position far from ideal, to then trickling down to airline customers who see delays in the delivery of their new aircraft as well. Now Boeing has the approval, it will look to build off it, and with positive comments also coming from customers who have toured their facilities in recent times, it's time to finally show the world that they've turned the corner and they're back producing top-of-the-line aircraft. The rate increase is the next step in many to show this. Thank you very much for tuning into a video here on the channel. Take care, do be safe, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I appreciate your support. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.